One subset of the intransitive verb is the copulative verb, or otherwise called the linking verb. Now, what is a copulative verb? Well, let's distinguish them first from a transitive verb to review. A transitive verb is a verb that has a direct object. And a copulative verb is a verb that is followed by what is called a subjective complement. Not as famous as the direct object for some reason. Don't know why, but the subjective complement is a very important aspect of a sentence, of many sentences. And I'm going to explain what that is and what a copulative verb is. They're both very common. Now, let's take this sentence. The soup is cold. Now, cold here is plainly an adjective. And plainly the thing that is cold is the soup. Now normally when adjectives modify nouns, they are right next to the noun. So we'd say the cold soup is on the table, or what have you. But here, you know, the adjective has gotten separated. And what separates it is this verb. And because the adjective is really in this close connection to the subject, we speak of this verb as a linking or copulative verb because it links the subject with this thing that follows the verb, this adjective. Now, so the subjective complement is either an adjective that applies to the subject, or it is a noun that renames that subject. So, for example, the soup is a bisque. A bisque, that's a noun. It's the kind of soup the soup is. And here, I mean, the verb is here, and is got to be the most common copulative verb. I mean, it's really like an equal sign. Soup, bisque. They are the same. So the subjective complement is either a noun that renames what the subject is, or it's an adjective that would apply to the subject. Now, it's not only the verb to be that is a copulative verb. The soup, to stick with the soup for a sec, the soup tastes bad. Well, what is bad? I mean, it's plainly soup, and bad, you know, what else could it be doing in this sentence? It's not a direct object, it's not an adverb. I mean, you can't say what is tasted bad, that's what. No, it's not a direct object, it's not an adverb, it is a subjective complement. I became lonely. So lonely is an adjective, it relates to I. Became is a copulative verb. The Germans grew restless. Restless, it's an adjective. It would apply to the Germans. Now, that would be different than the Germans grew tomatoes. Now, there we would have tomatoes would be a direct object. What was grown? Tomatoes, that's what. You wouldn't say what was grown. Restless, that's what. That doesn't work. So this is grew is copulative verb, restless is subjective complement. Now, I want to get into one little usage thing. This sentence, I feel badly, which is something you hear now and then. Now let's look at this for a second. I feel sad or I feel sadly. Which would you prefer? Well, just about everybody would say, I feel sad. I feel sadly. That doesn't sound right at all. So I feel sad. Feel, a copulative verb, sad, an adjective, not an adverb. Subjective complements are either adjectives or nouns. They are never adverbs, right? So copulative verb, subjective complement, and I is the subject, and I and sad, you know, they're linked by the linking verb. I am sad. Now, I feel, if somebody says, oh, I feel so badly about that. Well, I feel badly. It would be one thing if it were I feel bad. Then feel would be a copulative verb. Bad would be an adjective relating to I, you know, bad. I feel bad. bad, that would be fine. But if it's an adverb, that means it's modifying feel, and it's asking the question, in what manner do you feel badly? That's in what manner I feel. So somebody feel like if I were trying to feel the board, and the result was like, yeah, I'm trying to feel it, but it's just not working. That's feeling badly, feeling in an incompetent way, feeling incorrectly. But if you're just feeling bad, that's what you're doing. You feel bad. I feel bad about what happened, not I feel badly, because bad is a subjective complement and feel is a copulative verb, and subjective complements can be only either adjectives or nouns.